Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today's video is going to be, you guessed it, a mom talk. All right, guys, so we're gonna jump right into it. I took some notes, that way I can remember exactly the 3 points that I wanna touch on. Today, we're going to talk about sisterhood and the different things that come along with that, about being a woman, about being a mom. So this actually is an impromptu video. I normally have like a schedule that I stick to, but I didn't today because there were so many conversations that I had with some of my friends and neighbors and family, and some things that I saw on social media. So I was like, okay, I feel like I should be talking about this. So in addition to everything that's going on in the world, I think that it is important to talk about sisterhood. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about, and I have notes right here, y'all, just so I don't kind of stray away. But the first thing I'm going to touch on is unrealistic expectations that we set for ourselves as women and moms. So that is loaded and it can include everything under the sun. But I just want to talk about it in just a little bit. I don't want to go into detail. You guys can leave comments down below. And I want to know, what are some unrealistic expectations that you've set for yourself? Even as because I know I'm in my early 30s. So there's some things that we have not done, or I haven't done personally as a woman, as a mom, that I set some expectations for myself and I have not completed them. But then in hindsight, when I look back at it, those were unrealistic, and you kind of beat yourself up about it. Like, I should have done this and I should have done that. And I should have, my kids should only eat organic food and they should only go to the best schools. And, now granted, I do feel like kids should only go to the best schools if you can do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing too. So I'm not saying be lazy by any means, but I am saying, if one day, your child cannot eat the best organic food, it's okay. It's okay, if you can't afford, if you're a single mom and you can't afford to send them to the best of best schools, or, you can't do this and you can't do that, it's okay. Realize when you're doing the best that you can. And that is what I want to talk about. Do the best that you can. And I'm not saying neglect your kids, or be like, well, I can buy this car and not send them to the best school, or, I'm not saying that, but I'm talking to the people who push themselves, and, they're beating up on themselves as women and as moms. Like, we have a lot on our plates. It's rough being a mom. It's rough being a woman, and I don't want to just tunnel vision it just for moms. I want to include women as a whole. Like, you set out to have that job in that house by 30, and you're 31 and you don't have that job or that house. Honey, it's okay. It is okay. I promise you. And what we have to realize too, a lot of the people in my circle are around the same age. So we're between the ages of 30 and 40, right? And what I realized was, I'm young. I still got my whole life. God willing, but I have a long way to go. There's so many other things that I want to accomplish, and I have a long time to do it. And so do you. You have a long time, even if you're 50 years old. You have a long time to do it. Take care of yourself, take care of your body. Girl, you still got 40 more years. My granddad is 90 something years old. So I got a long time to complete everything that I want to complete, okay? And that's just what I want to say in a whole. Don't set unrealistic expectations for yourself. And set realistic expectations, try to meet them, but realize that if you don't, you have other chances. You know, we're not knocking on death's door, again, God willing. And so you have time. You really have time to complete, to do whatever you want to do in life. You know, if you have kids and you're currently staying home, like I'm currently staying home with my kids, and I don't know if I will ever want to go back into the workforce, but those are some things that I have time to do. You know, right now I want to focus on my kids, and I want to focus on, you know, doing YouTube, putting content out there for you guys. But I don't know if I'm going to ever go back into the workforce. I have the degree. I can if I want to. But I feel like, again, that's one of those unrealistic expectations I set up for myself. Like, I'm going to have 4 kids and I'm going to be out there working and I'm going to be the top CEO and da-da-da. But knowing me, and I'm not saying that nobody can do this, but I am saying knowing me and what I like to do with my kids, how involved I like to be in my kids, and how involved I am if I'm at a job, my career. I want to be the best of best in everything. I can't do both. And that's just for me. So that was an unrealistic expectation that I set up for myself that I quickly had to readjust. And so that's what I'm saying. You know, don't beat yourself up, because you got it. You got time to do everything that you want to do. You set your mind to it, you can do it. All right. Topic number 2, sisterhood. So this is about I have a couple of different, I guess, bonds and groups. Anytime they are doing good, I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. And I feel like as women, sometimes, not all the time, because like I said, my group, my tribes of women, you know, we're pretty much, for the most part, we are always happy for one another. I'm happy to see one another do well. And I think sometimes women are like, they pit us in such competition against each other, that we're not happy when our sister does well. You know, like, it's enough money, jobs, men, kids, all of that to go around for everybody if that's what you want. You know, it's enough for everybody. We don't have to be jealous of the next person. Like, it's out there. You can get it too. You don't have to be jealous of the next person. Be happy for them. Be happy for them. And have your sister's back. You know what I'm saying? Don't put down someone else to make yourself feel better. That's never going to, and in the long run, that's not going to help you. I am a strong believer in karma. Whatever goes around, it will come back around. What you do is going to come back to you. So if you're putting somebody down, it's going to come back to you. You're going to be in that job and sister girl over there going to be like, well, such and such did this and such. It's going to come back. So remember to always, that's just how I believe in God. So that's how I believe that God works. If you believe in the universe, you believe in Mother Nature, whatever, it's all the same. It's going to come back. So make sure what you're putting out is something that you want to get back in. And then the last thing I want to talk about is establishing a tribe, or several tribes, or, you know, relationships where you feel comfortable to bring your, and I actually talked about this with my neighbors, something that you, somewhere, a place, you know, of sisters that it's better to go to. When we're women, it's better to go to another woman just because they understand you just a little bit more. And that's just been my experience. They can understand what you're going through, especially like in the workplace. Men are more likely to get a job over you. That's just how it works. Wish it didn't work like that, but it does. And the same thing with everything else. You know, you can work your butt off at your job, but they still deem you as like a liability or something like that because, oh, what if she gets pregnant? What if she gets married and gets pregnant? Then she has to take off. Whereas a man, they don't have those obligations, you know. So have a tribe, a sisterhood, where you can go and you can talk about those different things that may happen or that do happen. Have a safe space where you can talk about all the things that are going on. It's necessary, and especially right now with everything going on, you need a safe space. And I know we talked about this in my other mom talks, having just time for yourself, and that goes back to having a safe space. You might not be able to see them all the time, but have that to where you can go and just unload, and it makes it better for you too. I have people that I can talk to, and of course my mom is one of them too. I can talk to her for like sound advice and wisdom, and helping me make decisions. And of course, your spouse or boyfriend or whatever you may have, is a good place too, but you also need a tribe of women outside of that can really understand what you're going through and relate to what you're going through. So guys, those are the 3 things that I wanted to talk to you guys about: setting unrealistic expectations for yourself, your sisterhood, and being happy for the next one, next woman, next friend, next sister, when they do well. Because when they do well, you do well. They set the stage for you. If one person gets through, then you can get through, So, and then the last thing, of course, establishing a sisterhood and a tribe. So guys, leave a comment down below. Do you have a sisterhood? Are you one of those ones that be hating on the sister girl next to you? Or, are you always uplifting? And have you set unrealistic expectations for yourself? Have you kind of had to adjust, or have you been able to meet those, expectations? So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on our videos. And of course, subscribe. If you want to see more mom talks, I'll leave the links down below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time on C&N Kids and Family. Bye.